Best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
Prescott on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
Pass interference, defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you want, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. And he comes back with one complete. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run with a 2nd-year man. This is Jay Ajayi. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A very solid gain of 27. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a play fake. Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. First down, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Prescott yet again. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
47.
They'll run with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Prescott. The quick slant caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They run with Ajayi. Ajayi, first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Into the red zone. Wins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
There we go. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, boys, got four down. Here you go. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Gun. Here we go. Wide 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Now Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. A Dallas 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Prescott to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right, 8. Switch it, 8.
Here's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott now from the 50. And finds a man with a crossing route. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Again, it's Elliott. That one 28 yards on the ground. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Prescott to throw it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. And this one incomplete.
Hang in there now.
So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked on by Randy McLeod, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game